The Vampire's Dream. The Vampire's Dream. The Vampire's Dream. The Vampire's Dream. What up, Fight World? We back. So we meet again in the wee hours of the night for the Vampire's Dream. Wee, you good look. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, media. I don't know how long this one's gonna be. We have to see how it goes, but media must pay on the Vampire's Dream. I know they sick. They sick. They can't outwork us. The Vampire's Dream. We in the building. Yeah. On the Vampire's Dream. Ego the realest. Man, we in the jungle, gorillas. I know they feel us. Ego the realest. Oh my gosh. YouTube slacking on the notifications. But it's okay. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm gonna be. I just had to bang this one out. We gotta talk about Canelo. Iowa's barn, right? Alvarez, yeah. Quick question before you start. Do you think Charlo can beat Andrade? I do. I just want to see it, bro. Oh, shit. Styles make fights. But Cursor in the building. We got a shooter. Y'all beware. Be clear, y'all beware. All right. Smash the like button. Charlo did his media day. He's fighting Dennis Hogan in December. You know, hold on. Stop the tape. This kid needs to be locked away. Dr. Dre, don't stand there, operate. Let's get it. Hold on. We got to stop the tape. One time. Let me stop the tape so y'all can know what's going on. Sometimes it's better to hear it out the horse's mouth. Charlo did his media day with Dennis Hogan.
The more I talk about the Canelo fight or the Golovkin fight, the more the fans you're not getting those fights. So obviously I'm gonna give it bad feedback. So, but regardless, those are fights that I want. That's the fight that's the main fight that I want. The champion, Canelo. It's that time. 29, get this 30 out the way, and then I'll beat 30, and then hopefully I can get that call. We can make it happen. It's business,
He said, he says, I want to fight Canelo and Triple G. Canelo's definitely the main fight that I want. I'm about to be 30. I'm going for my 30th win, so I'm going to get that out the way with Dennis Hogan. And then hopefully I get that call. It's business. We can make it happen. He says I could keep talking about it, but then I'm just going to get bad feedback. That's what Charlo said. He said I'm just recapping what he said basically. He said I'm just going to get bad feedback because I just keep talking about how I want to fight these guys, and the fans are saying, oh, you're not getting those fights. So, let's make it happen. That's the main fight I want. Man, it is such a bad look for old media. It's such a bad look because they have nowhere to turn, nowhere to hide. Now, to make that even more fucked up, smash the like button. You know, we are destroying the competition. Just with facts, just with logic, just with receipts. To make that more fucked up, randomly, UFC fighter, former welterweight champion, Tyron Woodley, randomly called out Canelo. He says he's a good fighter. I want to fight the best, but I would box him. I think I can connect and knock him out. Canelo responded to that. Yeah, Masvidal is a great fight. Canelo responded to Tyron Woodley's call out of the UFC, and he says something to the effect, he was on Univision or whatever, or that's who had the interview. Canelo said something to the effect of, I don't think, like basically there's no UFC fighter in my weight class fucking with me, so he doesn't represent a challenge. It doesn't represent a challenge to me, but it might be good business if I fight him, so yeah, I'm down. So, all right. I am about to destroy old media. I am going to destroy them. If y'all want me to lullaby them, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I know we have a smaller, quaint audience because I be working all around the clock. People are sleeping. They sleep. I work. I'm out here grinding. If you're in here, smash the like button. And can I get a hell yeah? I'm talking to Ego's Army. Bro, I am going to body them. Old media, you know the usual suspects, you know the writers, you know the coons, you know the channels. I will body them, bro. They don't have better logic than us. So Tyron Woodley versus Canelo, it's just it's whatever. It's a crossroad fight. I would watch it. You know, anybody who said they wouldn't, I watch, you know, top UFC fights, and you know I love boxing. That's my, you know, boxing ego. So of course I watch, you know, I watch lesser fights than that. Like, you know, just, you know, Telemundo style fights and shit, just random people. I used to watch old ESPN fights. So, of course, I would watch it. This is my job. This is what I do. But this is horrible, bro. Why is Canelo Alvarez responding to a UFC fighter wanting to box him? But Andrade is in your division. He's with your platform, DAZN, a new platform that is subscription-based that needs subscribers to be around for the long haul. And nobody from DAZN is enforcing Andrade get his shot, right? We already know what happened with Charlo, which we'll get to him. You know, how you became Canelo became franchise champion and all that. But you have at least a ready-made guy who's undefeated, an Olympian, and he been calling you out since 54. There's literally a video on YouTube you guys can find, and Demetrius Andrade called Canelo a bitch. Like, those are his words verbatim. He's like, Canelo Alvarez is a bitch. That's what he said. This was years ago. It's on YouTube. More recently, he kind of toned down. He didn't say the B word. But he said, Canelo, let's fight. Where your cojones at? And he keeps saying that. Where are your cojones? He's challenging your manhood. He's challenging your nuts, your balls. He's trying to challenge your testosterone, your machismo, you know, your machista. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to bait you into actually stepping up to the plate and fighting him. Canelo's fighting Kovalev, right? Everybody talking about Errol Spence DWI. Kovalev getting kicked off of flights and all types of shit, kicking bitches and dogs and shit. But whatever, that's that. But anyway, he's fighting Kovalev in both of the divisions. He's a champion. He ain't fighting in neither division. He going up to fight Kovalev, who just got nearly stopped in his last fight. You're responding to Tyron Woodley and the fans. I just did a video. Listen, I'm so advanced with this. I baited them. I did the video, said my thoughts on it, and I just wanted to see what people would say. If you go to my video, there are people co-signing Canelo versus Tyron Woodley. And I know for a fact some of these same people be the ones like, why is Tank fighting Gamboa? You know, why is Wilder fighting Ortiz again? Why is Floyd fighting McGregor? And dudes be so fake that now they co-sign it. So when Mayweather fought McGregor, which was a bigger fight, Tyron Woodley just lost in the UFC. That's a fact. McGregor was a 2-belt champion, I believe, when he fought Mayweather and crossed over. And he's more of a, you know, both guys are more showmen than Canelo and Tyron Woodley. It was a big fight. You know, there's obvious money there, crossover. These same dudes made all the excuses in the world. Floyd ruined boxing. He ruined his legacy. This is some bullshit. Because you know Conor couldn't fuck with Mayweather. You know, you knew he couldn't beat him. This is what made them mad. This is what made old media mad. They knew McGregor wasn't the guy that all these boxers bigger than Floyd, Canelos and De La Hoya and Cotto, all these motherfuckers couldn't beat him. They knew Conor McGregor wasn't gonna, you know, he could talk his way into a fight, but you can't talk your way into whipping somebody's ass if you don't have the skills to do it. These same dudes, right, are now co-signing, oh yeah, it's a big money fight. Yeah, oh, you guys are hating on Canelo. Get your money, Canelo. Bruh, stop. The jig is up. You're not real boxing fans. You know, and I'm not saying you're not a boxing fan because you don't mind a crossover fight. It's because your lack of consistency, your lack of integrity makes you not a real boxing fan. You a man fan. You a fan of a particular fighter. You a fan of a race. You a fan of national heritage. You a prideful fan. You a fan of favorites, not the growth of the sport or anything. Listen, I can bet money Mayweather McGregor will, first of all, Canelo don't even fight on pay-per-view. So how the fuck he gonna fight Tyron Woodley on DAZN? You know, DAZN subscriptions. There's no way Tyron Woodley and Canelo surpasses Mayweather McGregor numbers. It just won't happen. Woodley, again, just lost in the UFC to Usman, who's about to fight. So it's not going to do greater numbers. And now all these motherfuckers from old media and man fans and shit talking about, oh, yeah, get your money, Canelo. This is fake shit. Fake. Totally fake. But when Mayweather was the one who originated the idea, you know, let's do a crossroad fight. They said, oh, I'm sick of this circus. When Mayweather wants to fight Tin Shin at age 42 and get 10 million easy work to knock the boy out, to knock Jun Tao out, you know, the dude with the blonde hair, Tin Shin, to knock him out and get 10 million, they criticize it. Now all of a sudden, Canelo gets called out and accepts and obliges, or says he's willing to oblige, I guess you could say. And all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, get your money, Canelo. Come on, bro. Cursor, that's too much. He said, bro, I seen a few videos after the night of the Mayweather and McGregor. Dudes was punching their TV screens, breaking them with UFC gloves on and shit. Idiotic. Stupid shit. So the jig is up on the old media, bro. The jig is up on old media. We know who's full of shit and who's not. The same motherfuckers complaining about why is Tank fighting Gamboa is cool with Canelo avoiding people on DAZN, avoiding a champion on DAZN like Andrade, avoiding Jamal Charlo, who keeps calling him out. In lieu of, they're down for KSI, Logan Paul 2 YouTubers turning pro for the first time. All that shit is gravy. Canelo, Tyron Woodley, that's gravy. But Mayweather McGregor at age 40 fighting a youthful guy who's bigger than him and at least strong and a professional fighter. Now that ruined Mayweather's legacy. Bro, come on. Edgar Vasquez, get him the fuck out of my chat. ASAPolis. Jamal, not a rival for Canelo. Gotta go. I will not even waste no breath to really dispatch of you. So Tyron Woodley, who doesn't box, he's the perfect rival that Canelo wants to see, but not Jamal Charlo. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Rocky Fielding is a rival for Canelo, and Amir Khan. Eesh. Bro, these dudes, do you understand what I am doing to them? Like, honestly, do y'all see this? Do you guys see what I'm doing to old media, bro? So, let me get this straight. Jamal Charlo, who's bigger than Canelo, and a champion at 160 and vehemently calling him out. No bueno. No way. He's not a suitable rival, but James Kirkland is. James Kirkland wasn't with Ann Wolfe. Last person he fought was Glenn Tapia, where he was hurt in that fight, but he ended up stopping him. He took a year and a half off with no Ann Wolfe, the only trainer that can resonate and get through to him, right? He had been stopped by Ishida, who was a light puncher, and Golovkin stopped. That's a suitable candidate for Canelo Alvarez. Amir Khan got hurt by Chris Algieri in the first round. Had a struggle fight with Chris Algieri at 147. So he could fight, no rehydration clause, no catch weight, or actually a catch weight, but over the 154 limit, and he could fight Canelo at 154. That's a suitable rival. Liam Smith, same year. Canelo vacated his WBC belt. That's a suitable rival. Liam Smith, who got a vacant belt beating John Thompson. Right? Rocky Fielding, Aaron Rodgers. That's a suitable candidate. But when it comes to these black fighters is young and hungry, who are calling Canelo out, no, they don't deserve it. Fuck no. Impossible. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Listen, if I was the fighter, I wouldn't want no fans like y'all. Because in your attempts to bring justice to the fighter's name, you make him look bad. Bro, the fans, because the shit you guys are doing, you're making it look worse. You're making it look worse. And then motherfuckers have the audacity to wonder why Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. and Juan Manuel Marquez and Eric Morales and shit have something to say about Canelo and, his career and critique him. Bro, these man fans, like I said, I promise you, I could fight my own battles. If I had y'all on the squad to defend my honor, I'd be like, thanks, but no thanks. Because what you guys say makes it look so much worse. You're better off just conceding, because it's getting to the point of this is pathetic, bro. So motherfuckers is down. I told you, if you don't see the clear-cut double standards, the clear-cut race being involved in boxing, I don't know what to tell you at this point. I'm illustrating it so candidly, so vividly. The same people don't mind Canelo fighting Triple G the 25th and 26th and 27th round, a trilogy fight, but Andrade is just out of the question. Charlo's just out of the question. Come on, bro. It's like that's why we doing you so greasy, just so we stringing y'all up so everybody can see. It's beyond pathetic, bro. And like I said, if I was a fighter, bro, I wouldn't even want y'all defending me, because y'all say stupid shit. Jamal Charlo is no match for Canelo. Then why the fuck he fight Rocky Fielding? At least I know who Jamal Charlo is. Even if Jamal Charlo could get knocked out in one round. See, these dudes are, like I'm telling you, logic is always going to trump this shit that they try to do. Listen, the bottom line is this. Tell me if I'm wrong. Smash the like button. My friend's homeboy sparred Ishida. That dude got power. He knocked the homie out. Block this dude, bro. I don't care about Ishida. You way off the mark, bro. Get rid of him, dude. Get Ishida out of here. You look decent. You're not welcome here, bro. The fuck is you talking about Ishida for? Thank you, Icy. Shout out to my G, Icy. Anyway. See how they always try to take these random detours? Motherfucker, this is not really even about Ishida. They take something that's like 2 seconds worth of information that is fact about James Kirkland. The only thing I said about Ishida was that Ishida wasn't a big puncher and he stopped James Kirkland. You want to derail the whole conversation to talk about Ishida. Bro, nobody's even tripping. Nobody even seen Ishida's light. He fighting like heavyweight now. Some crazy shit, bro. Nobody talking about no fucking Ishida. Anyway. Oh, no, my homeboy. It's all, you see, it's never them. It's always fucking word of mouth. Just because your homeboy got stretched by Ishida, that don't mean shit. We don't even know who's your homeboy. Who is it? You know what I'm saying? We don't know who the fuck he is. We don't know if he's telling the truth. Man, come on, bro. Anyway. I'm the boxing god of this shit, bro. This shit, like, I'm like Errol Spence. I'm a savage, bro. They can't fuck with what we do. Anywho, I wouldn't want fans like this defending me, bro. It look crazy. It look real crazy. You guys making all these excuses for anybody else. Tyron Woodley, a UFC fighter. Yeah, get your money, Canelo. Bro, anything to stay safe, huh? Bro, you would rather see Canelo fight Kovalev at 175, a UFC fight. He has to fight someone from another sport they instead of fighting like the obvious option, guys in his division, not just guys in the division, one with his platform, both champions, Charlo and Andrade, they rather see him fight outside of his division by 2 divisions. That's what they're saying. 175, and they rather see him fight a UFC fight. That's crazy. I didn't know y'all was like, yeah, I didn't know that's crazy. You rather see him fight someone from a whole sport. You rather see Canelo versus Cristiano Ronaldo, you know what I'm saying, than to see him fight Charlo and Andrade. Damn, I didn't know it was that bad. You want to see him fight Ronaldo. That's insane. All that to protect. Oh, wow. They want to see him fight someone from another sport. Not just another division with Kovalev, bro. They want him to fight someone from another sport after they condemn Mayweather for McGregor. They want Canelo to fight someone in a whole totally different sport. He finna be fighting injured Patrick Mahomes now. Bro, get the fuck out of here. Canelo versus Jimmy G. Garoppolo. That's good. Canelo, they want him to fight Drew Barrymore. Anybody but Charlo and Andrade. And here's the thing. But wait, there's more. This shit is funny, bro. These dudes is getting humiliated. Floyd's the GOAT. Facts. Bro, they want him to fight people. They want him to fight people from another sport. Bro, hold on. Sorry, old media. Yeah, we gonna pour up a little bit. Oh, that's all the drink I got? Oh shit. I don't barely even have none. Hold on. Mix it with the bubbly. I got that bubbly. Hold on. Wow, smash the like button. This is embarrassing. Yeah, this takes the cake, bro. There's no saving Canelo or Triple G in this situation, bro. None. Look at what his fans are doing. But but wait, there's more. Check this out. The funny thing is this. Block rise to see I told you, I know all the old media tricks. All he said was Team Canelo. He's not justifying or disputing anything I'm saying. He's just cheerleading. He can go. Block, I don't even know how to swarmy. Block him. We don't do that over here. Go say that for the other channels. Bro, they just purposely come here and try to contradict what I'm saying. That's how you know I'm slaughtering them. They don't have a response. They have no response to what I'm saying. All they do, Team Canelo, you bitches, stupid shit like that. That's how you know what it is. That's how you know we too strong. That's how you know they ain't got no points. All right, bust it. Back on track. I don't care about a top. Block esoteric peaks, bro. I'm putting cases on all you. Listen, I'm not here for none of that. Y'all finna get this tongue lashing, bro. Y'all gonna get this new media worked. They keep trying to distract it. Listen, shooters, for this episode, you have my explicit permission. If anybody that you don't recognize, like, Jay Souza and the people that we've seen their names, if you don't recognize a name and they try to go way off the mark and start talking about Ashita, block them. That's how we doing it. That's how we doing it this stream, because we're staying on track. We're going to get these thoughts out here. They are trying to, what about Donald Trump? No, we're not talking about none of that. We're talking about Canelo, and Triple G, the middleweight division, that type of stuff. If you see them coming in, what's your top 5 pound for pound? What do you think of Tank Gamboa? Block them. All of them. They can all go. If you don't recognize their name and they're here to cause distractions, they got to go. Now, I dare you to speak. We got plenty of shooters in here. Now Icy, he said y'all finna get destroyed tonight. So you remember when Icy was clapping like 3 and 4 people on accident? Now he's gonna get to do it for real. Man, we putting cases on all you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm putting cases on all you. We gonna stay on track with this one. All right. So back on track. This is hilarious, bro. They are so shook. The fans are so shook. They're this shook. They're scrambling, scattering like roaches. So here's how I know for a fact that they are full of shit, the fans. Charlo is a champion. Andrade is a champion. They keep saying Andrade is no match for Canelo. Charlo is no match for Canelo. Charlo is no match for Charlo is no match for Canelo, and Andrade is no match for Canelo, right? So, with that being said, this is still two undefeated champions. Canelo can claim history, blemish their record, and be the first one to do it. So if they represent no competition, this is not like if he beats him easy, all is failed. He already has a pay scale in which he's getting a lot of money through DAZN. So you can't say, oh, they don't bring in enough money, because he's not even on pay-per-view anymore, right? He's getting 40 million damn near to fight whoever. So that's strike one. Two, they have belts. So you beating them, you collect that. Three, they're both undefeated. You beating them, you do what Floyd did to you and blemish that undefeated record, where it looked like the sky's the limit, and then Floyd slowed you down a bit by blemishing that record. They know they do not believe what they are saying, because if they did, if Charlo represents no threat and Andrade represents no threat, then Canelo would go in there, get that easy paycheck, get that easy work, knock them out in one round, destroy them, collect their belts, blemish their record, and leave them in ruins. And then that's it. That's it. And then he can go on about his business and do the next order of business. So we know that's a lie, because again, if it's like taking candy from a baby, you go, bro, okay, put it this way. Say there's a little baby with some candy. You know the expression, taking candy from a baby. And someone says, if you can get that candy out of that baby's hand, then I'm going to give you $1 million. Bro, do you understand how savage I would go up to that baby? The baby, give me the motherfucking candy, bro. What? If all I have to do, and I'm not saying I'm going to hit the baby and body slam the baby. I'm not doing all that. But trust me, if all I had to do for $1 million is take a piece of candy out of, like, you know, get it out of his grip, man, where the baby, man, bro, I don't care if it's the baby, the rapper, and he be strapped. I don't care if it's the real the baby, bro. For $1 million, I'm going to have to try to get that candy in. I do what I want. It's good. I'm a young CEO. I'm sure. Yeah. Bagging the mail, bro. I don't care who it is. The infant, the baby. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get that meal ticket. You feel me? But if it was a real baby, they said all you have to do is wrestle that toy out of his grip. Yeah. Well, the baby can fight. I'll be like the dude in the Louis store or whatever. Cold hard camp. Yeah, I'm the truth. That man, the camera, the baby did too much. Why he do it like that in the store, in the Coach store or whatever? Motherfucking pimp. Bro, you know you guys slept if your fucking drawers is out when the camera pan back to you. I've never been in a fight where my whole drawers was out. The fucking camera point back at me and my shit. Y'all see shit stains and shit. What? And then the dude was like talking about the baby bad. Like, yeah, motherfucker, rematch me, motherfucker. Come back to the mall. Like, bro, why would he come back? He on tour. Why you gonna come? He in LA right now. Why you gonna come back to the mall and fight your ass? What? The baby a fool. I like him. Go get Kirk. Packing the mail is on. You know the vibes. Yeah. Shout out to the baby. Anyway, if somebody said take some candy from a literal baby, for $1 million, you would do it. So Canelo, it's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing, bro. If the fight is what you guys are saying, it will be, then that's easy work. That's easy money, easy work. Can you imagine Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, or Deontay Wilder acting like this? Honestly. And if you say yes, I'm putting you in the fucking hot seat. So you, Mr. Sipper, what's poppin'? I'm putting you in a hot seat so you can explain based on what you believe Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney would avoid somebody that's in their division, in a championship, a real title, and they would purposely avoid them. Icy said, I'm yanking the child out the stroller. Shout out to my young boy, Icy. That's what I'm talking about, bro. We fucking up babies in 2020, bro. It got to be done. For that meal ticket, it got to be done, yo. Bro, what? Bro, imagine if Wilder said, I'm not fighting Andy Ruiz because his fight with Joseph Parker was boring. You guys are really trying to accept this. This makes you look bad. This makes you look like a true man fan. Canelo said, he literally said Andrade might be good, but he's boring, very boring. That's a dog whistle to get all the La Raza, all the Canelo fans, all the man fans, all the supporters to form like Voltron, like the Power Rangers, and join forces to promote that bullshit that he's so boring. It's sad. It's sad, bro. I would rather these fighters not even say nothing. Just ignore all Charlo questions, all Andrade questions, because then at least we don't know what's popping with you. But when you say someone's boring, that's lame, bro. That's like one of the lamest excuses I've heard in a while. Canelo is looking like pretty diva-ish. And I really like Canelo's fighting style, but truth is truth. So why didn't he fight Triple G in 2016? You can't say Triple G is boring. He's not a boring fighter, especially at that time. He was knocking everybody out. See, Canelo keeps doing it. So he vacated his belt instead of fighting Triple G in 2016. And he fought Amir Khan and Liam Smith and gave up his belt. So he couldn't say Triple G was boring. Bro, it's the jury, bro. It's over. Canelo can't, he doesn't run boxing where he could just say whatever and people are going to fall for it anymore. So you couldn't say Triple G was boring, but you still didn't fight him in 2016 when he was on your ass calling you out. And you gave up your belt to him. That's the only reason Triple G initially became the WBC champion, right? And fast forward to the future, because he already got past Triple G. So fuck that. Fast forward to the future. Even if I'm like, let me assume the role of Canelo. And let's say I agree. Andrade is fucking boring. Charlo isn't. Charlo doesn't fight like Andrade. Charlo is aggressive. He's dropping people who happen to be unified champions right now. J-Rock with a jab. He knocked him out with the counter shot and then finished him. He knocked out Hugo Centeno. I was at that fight in like 2 rounds. Shout out to my dude, Hugo Centeno. Shout out to Oxnard. He knocked them out. So even if you want to run this whole Andrade is boring card, fine. Okay, Andrade's boring. But Charlo ain't. You are trapped, my friend. You are officially trapped because you have 2 black guys, and thank God they don't fight alike. So you can't run the same game. Bro, that's like being at the same club trying to run the same exact game on 2 different bitches, bro. That's the same thing. It's like you trying to pick up a girl, right? And then you run the same exact, like let's say your game is consistent of a lie. Like, oh yeah, you've been running through my mind all night. And then the other girl seen you and overheard what you were saying to the other chick, and then she shoots you down. Then you go to the other broad trying to use the same washed up ass game. So it don't work like that. Even if we say Andrade is boring, which I disagree with, but even assuming your standpoint that he's very boring. You can't say Charlo's like that. Charlo don't fight like Andrade. So either way, you're trapped. So like I said, he's boring is code words. It's a dog whistle to get the legions of supporters to advocate old media style for some dumb shit. It's code words for he's a very skillful fighter. He might have me looking bad. He may beat me. I don't want to even deal with that style. He's too complicated for me. He has ring IQ like me or better. He thinks in there like me. Ain't nobody else thinking in this ring but me. That's basically what you're saying. Ain't nobody gonna be smarter than me. Listen, I wouldn't even want that. Like, if let's say I'm a genius and I'm in the 4th grade and there's a kid trying to enter the class and I find some way to hate. So they said this other kid's a genius. So just because I fear competition, I fear his competition, I find a way to hate on him from getting accepted into my classroom so I could be the smartest kid in class rather than just run it and I don't know. I'm not the fighter, but as a human, I'm not built like that. I'm not built like that where I fear a challenge. Like I don't fear another man's capability. You get what I'm saying? Like when it comes to anything, impressions or whatever, creativity, I don't fear someone else's creativity. I know what I could do. I know, if anything, this is my honest to God opinion. Anything, even if there's someone highly creative, I like that because I'm a competitive person, and that's going to push and get the best out of me. If we can go heads up and see, tit for tat, you're going to get the best version of ego because I'm being pushed creatively. Like, let's say, okay, I did music shit. If I get in there with Eminem, then I'm trying to outdo him. He gonna try to outdo me and shit on me. You ain't gonna have me. Eminem murdered you on your own shit. So I'm gonna try to outdo him. So if anything, even if he had a better verse than me, it's still gonna push my creativity to the next level. So that's just how I'm built. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like competitively, it ain't gonna be no sorry ass verse if I know what I'm up against, and it'll push the boundaries. If I were to do a song with Royce or Eminem, somebody I respect who's lyrical. So, yeah, man, it's looking bad. And then what's making it worse for old media, why we got to kill him this crucially and repeatedly, is on top of all this, I can't hit. I loathe stupidity and people that play dumb. Like when you have knowledge and you just playing dumb like you don't know, but we know you know. Like people are going to say Demetrius Andrade, why is he fighting the next guy he fights? They're saying Charlo, oh my gosh, why is he fighting Dennis Hogan? First of all, Jaime Munguia, he should have took care of Dennis Hogan. He chose not to. He chose to avoid the rematch when there was controversy there. So that's strike one. Strike two is this. You know why Charlo has to fight why he has to fight a guy like Dennis Hogan, right? Easy fight, independent promoter, so you don't have to worry about signing him to another network or nothing shit like that. And then the true people he's calling out with big names and unifications and shit, they're aligned with another promoter, and the two biggest names, Canelo and Triple G, want no parts of him. Smash the like button. So, we know this. It's very common sense. So, it would be one thing if Canelo was on, like, Charlo's ass and then Charlo ran and fought Dennis Hogan. That's something different. Because it'd be like, damn, Charlo, Canelo sent you a contract, a fair contract, a date. Everything was reasonable. The money was great. And you ran and fought Dennis Hogan. That would be something different. But who Charlo really wants to fight. And it's the same old media fans that come up with these cop-outs and bullshit excuses to hopefully prevent the fight forever, And then still, see, this is what they want. This is what they want to do to young black males in the boxing world. They want to pigeonhole them. They want to pigeonhole them into situations where they can never prove their worth, where people have to lose to other people. They did it with Pacquiao. Bob Arum had Manny Pacquiao, who was a great fighter, cash cow, They had Terrence Crawford, who was looking better and better and better, and it was looking like he might be able to fuck with Pacquiao and beat him. We never know because they never fought. But it's looking like Crawford would have been a real threat stylistically based on his abilities. They self-destructed it and didn't allow the fight to happen, and allowed Jeff Horn, a school teacher who's not even really relevant in the boxing scene right now because he just got stopped and shit, right? He got stopped by a guy that Peter Quillen been knocked out and Kell Brook beat but struggled with. They let a school teacher from Australia, Jeff Horn, claim the victory, which he really didn't get, 15-0 or something over Pacquiao, rather than give that opportunity to Terrence Crawford. That's sad. That's why these man fans, they're okay with Canelo Triple G 3. I think they would even be okay with Canelo Billy Joe Saunders. They do not want Canelo or Triple G to potentially lose to a black fighter. Trust me. Trust me. Especially those two black fighters. Outspoken, charismatic. Charlo like, yeah, where them little G's at? Outspoken, speak his mind. Sometimes, depending on when you catch him, might have a temper to him. Andrade talking shit, laughing. Bro, they do not want that. They don't want the idea. So they're going to pigeonhole them and try their best until new media came along and foiled their plans. Man, we like this Scooby-Doo mystery van, Scooby-Doo mystery van. And old media's like, yeah, I would have got, when they ripped the mask off at the end of the episode. And old media's like, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you mangy kids. New media, we the mangy kids. We the Scooby-Doo. Daphne and like Zoink Scoob. Bro, we the Scooby-Doo mystery van, bro. We solved this mystery. I would have got away with it too if it weren't for you mangy kids. Bro, you're not getting away with this. So anyway, it's just what it is. Charlo wants to fight him. Andrade wants to fight him. Two conflicting styles. Yet you, Canelo, and the fans and the zone have an excuse for neither guy to get the fight. Horrific. Especially for a subscription-based platform like DAZN that needs to fill out their schedule, make compelling matches, and content is king. They would just look at this. Kovalev is an ESPN main events fighter. He's been fighting on ESPN. They would rather Canelo a DAZN fight. Bro, DAZN's mental business strategy is so crazy to me. They would rather Canelo. I don't think whoever's the DAZN people might have money, but I am convinced that whoever's funding the money doesn't really understand boxing. They don't know boxing themselves. Like, they're not diehard. I've been watching boxing every episode, every major fight since I was a kid. I do not believe they know boxing. So they're entrusting Eddie Hearn and Golden Boy, who have their own like rigmarole and like game plan to map everything out and do what's in the best interest of DAZN. And it's looking crazy. Golden Boy and Canelo, Team Canelo, would rather fight an ESPN fighter, right? They would rather fight an ESPN fighter and chance that than to fight Andrade, who's a DAZN fighter. That is so wrong on so many levels. One, why would you not take care of someone who's on your platform? Two, more importantly, what if Canelo were to see? This scares me. This scares me. Like, I don't do the conspiracy theories like majority of the time. But this scares me, like, why would you be so confident him fighting a fighter from another network? Like, it makes me feel like they would fix it, or like Kovalev's going to come lay down or something. Because from a business perspective, this is potentially what just happened to Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, what just happened to Triple G. Why would you put Canelo in there with a bigger, strong, heavy-handed, guy who's killed a person in the ring, Kovalev, and a puncher, who can box, even if he's like at the end of his career or whatever, you would put him in with the ESPN fighter, hoping he prevails, rather than put him in there with Andrade. I told you, DAZN can't keep losing people. They can't keep losing people to other promoters' fighters because they don't have any options on those fighters, right? So you guys know this, if Kovalev loses, this is why it makes me feel like it might be fixed, like he might lay down or some shit, because they have a deal in place that if Kovalev wins, he goes back to ESPN. If he beats Canelo, he goes back to ESPN. If he loses, they're going to give him 2 or 3 fights on DAZN. That just sounds fishy to me, man. It really does. Because that, to me, I don't like that gamble. You rather put him in with the ESPN fighter so he could do what Andy Ruiz did, rematch clause or not, and then go back to his home network. And then worst case scenario, let's say Andrade beat Canelo. He's a DAZN fighter. So you would have a DAZN victor. If Kovalev wins, which I'm not picking him to win, but if he does win, then he goes back to ESPN. That's dumb, bro. Oh, shout out to my dude Hamza from the Netherlands, from Amsterdam. He said because they would rather have Canelo lose to another hope than lose to a black figurine again. That's what I'm saying, bro. This shit, I blame Floyd Mayweather, bro. That Floyd Mayweather ass whooping is giving them nightmares, bro. They do not want that. I thought he beat him. Mayweather definitely beat him. And then Triple G, you can argue he may have beat him in the first fight, right? So 2 darker complected guys beat Canelo in the eyes of many, and then one fair-skinned Gennady Golovkin. Bro, they do not want Canelo in there with the most credible black, darker complected suitors and opponents. They would rather him lose to Billy Joe Saunders, rather him lose to Triple G, some people argue Trout. I just don't like that open scoring shit. They'd rather him lose to anybody. Deryevchenko. It's official, bro. If I'm not saying all those people would beat him, I'm just saying if he were to lose, they would prefer that. Just look at the matchmaking. So you fought Danny Jacobs, who left some more to be desired and had real close fights after the Golovkin loss with Mad Selesky and Deryevchenko. Some people even said he lost those fights or it was a draw and all this shit. Plus, he had lost to Golovkin in the last few years, and he had been stopped before. You would rather fight him, but Charlo ain't never been stopped. You would have to put that together and stop him for the first time. You would have to put it together on Andrade, hit him, connect, and get him out of there, which we haven't seen. People talking about, but Vanes Martirosyan knocked him down. That was early in Andrade's career, and he won every single round, just like Mayweather did Mosley. So that woke the sleeping giant, because Vanes Martirosyan got his ass beat after that. Glassjaw Khan blocking. Bro, shout out to Icy. That's my guy. I love it. I love when I see them write a long ass paragraph and then they just get blocked. He talking about Errol Spence. Why am I not exposing Errol Spence? Yeah, let me expose a guy in the hospital. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Nope, we staying on point. We doing like old media. We staying on code. Nope, we staying on code. We staying on the subject matter. Just like y'all stay on code with old media, and no matter what Canelo decide, Canelo can say I'm fighting Matilda, and they'll accept it. Old media would just accept it. Oh yeah, it's a good fight. Matilda, she's well schooled. She went to a prestigious school. No, we're not doing it. I respect you, Ego, but what has Andrade done to deserve a Canelo fight? Block him. Bro, my time is money. Listen, if you leaving simpleton comments like that, y'all got to pay me. If you want me to answer some stupid shit like that, you got to pay me. What did Rocky Fielding do? Tell me what Rocky Fielding do. You know, here's one thing Andrade did over Kovalev. He didn't have any recent fights or any fights that I remember where he almost got his ass stopped. He didn't get stopped 2 times like Kovalev. He doesn't have 3 losses. He doesn't look like he's at the last leg of his career. So that's the difference. Okay. So that's what Andrade didn't do. He didn't get fucking stopped twice. You know, he didn't almost get stopped in his last fight. That's what he didn't do. Who next? Listen. We above that. If y'all want me to answer, y'all must pay me. I'm not answering no questions like that. I'm not answering no old me. Y'all going I'm taxing y'all. I promise you. My shooter's just gonna run through y'all, or you could pay and I'll read your question and then you still might get ran through. So it's up to y'all. Bro, that old media shit don't work here. How many times we gotta display this? I don't care. You can't say anything about Andrade or Charlo. What have they done to deserve the fight? But this man was in there with Liam Smith. No one even knew who that was, bro. He was in there with Amir Khan, who didn't even look good versus Chris Algieri, and he was on a year-plus layoff. He was in there with James Kirkland, who had been stopped before, had a tough fight with Angulo, and was on a year-plus layoff with no Ann Wolf. He was in there recently with Rocky Fielding. So what did he do? And then the funny thing is Jacobs, that's my guy. But they say, oh, what has Charlo done? What has Andrade done? What did Jacobs do? Because I said Jacobs beat Triple G. And these same old media motherfuckers said Triple G beat Jacobs' ass. So then what did Jacobs do? Jacobs fought Selesky. Andrade fought Selesky. But Andrade got through him easier and cleaner. So what's the real difference? Y'all, I said Jacobs beat Triple G. So if you actually agreed with me, then you would have more of a case. But you know, old media didn't agree with me. And they said, no, Triple G whooped his ass. So what did Jacobs do? What did Jacobs do since you said Triple G whooped his ass? And I was crazy for saying that Jacobs beat Triple G, right? So what did Jacobs do to get Canelo? Why did he fight him, but not Andrade or Charlo? Especially since you guys said that Triple G whooped Jacobs' ass. Jacobs finished Kid Chocolate's career. That was a great win. But that was like 6 years before he even fought Canelo. So what does that have to do with anything? Block Jim Black. Block Jim Black. Get him out of here, bro. I told you I'm running through all them. Bro, the end of the day, the bottom line is this. Here's the skinny of it, mate. Old media is so pussy, they're arguing to see a champion not unify. Listen, bro, this is beyond belief. Listen to me. They are presenting their best argument, Johnny Cochran level arguments, on why a champion shouldn't fight a fellow champion and unify. Charlo's a champion. Andrade's a champion. They would rather do all this to express why 2 champions shouldn't be fighting rather than be like, all right, I try to save you, Canelo, but you got to fight Charlo or Andrade. This is fucking hilarious. This is hilarious. Can you imagine me doing videos on, they say, oh, Ego, you're an Errol Spence dick rider, right? This is what they say. Can you imagine me doing videos saying Errol Spence should not fight Pacquiao? Champion. Errol Spence should not fight Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence should not fight Sean Porter. Errol Spence should not fight Kell Brook to become a champion. You have never heard me say that. But old media and the Canelo man fans are so threatened, is fear. They are so threatened. They are literally fighting tooth and nail to tell you why 2 champions should not fight. That's what this boils down to. I don't care if Andrade's the most boring motherfucker. If he's watching paint dry, he is a champion. Paul Reza, he says, so you're saying you wouldn't want to make the most money the easiest way possible? Why do we have cars? Block this motherfucker, bro. He's comparing this to a car. Get him out of here. This man said, why do we have cars, bro? What? I told you, they want to be new media so bad, bro. He said, so you wouldn't want to, so you just admit you condone sucker shit, bro. He said, so you wouldn't want to make the easiest money possible? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. This is sad, bro. They would rather that shows you who's the real boxing fans, bro. He said you shouldn't make the easiest money possible. Bro, this is still a sport. You get, so you want to watch the Super Bowl with one good team and then a bottom of the barrel in the division team. So you want to see Tom Brady and the New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins or the Cleveland Browns, even though they're at the bottom of their own division. That's what you want to see for the Super Bowl. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, this is sad. I told you, boxing it's an emotional sport for a lot of people because it's so personal, and it's like somebody's repping a flag, and they treat it like it's gang banging, like it's like, you know, some gang shit. You're either with us or get, you know, in or out. If you claim blood, you can't be a Crip. If you cripping, you can't be blood. You know, that's how they treat it. I'm a Canelo fan and believe Andrade has a chance to beat him, but Charlo would get a boxing lesson from Canelo. Bro, Jason Davis, we don't know you. Nobody cares what you think. Who are you? We don't know what your opinion are. You, first of all, Andrade is the easiest fight to facilitate, and he's not fighting him. So that's strike one. Strike two is we don't know who you are, and we don't know what your takes on boxing are. We don't know how often you get right versus how often you get it wrong. So I don't care if you think Canelo outboxes Charlo. He got to show us that. It's that simple. That's like me saying Joaquin Phoenix, he didn't do no good Joker. Did you see the movie? Nah. But I know he's not no good Joker. That don't make sense. You got to watch the movie to determine if he did a good job as the Joker. How you gonna say Joaquin Phoenix sucked as the Joker and you didn't even watch the movie? This is what you guys are doing. This shit is cap. This is crazy. You telling me what happened with Charlo, but don't want to see it happen. Oh yeah, Charlo will get outboxed easy. Okay, show me that. Outbox him easy then. What? What? Cat got your tongue? I'm talking about Joaquin Phoenix ain't a good Joker, but you ain't took the time to watch the movie. That don't even make sense, bro. I agree he should fight them. Well, then all the other shit is null and void, bro. All you have to do is just say, yeah, he should fight him. You don't even have to tell us your opinion because the fight's not happening. So that, to me, I feel like you backtracking. Because if you were about it like new media, like Ego's Army, you would be like, absolutely, they got to fight. They got to show me who's the best. You wouldn't be telling us just simply your opinion because you know he's not fighting him. You would be putting the pressure on, like we putting the pressure on, to see these best versus the best fights when they can happen. You know, it doesn't matter who Charlo. Here's the skinny of it. If Canelo knocks out Charlo in the first round, which is I don't think would happen, but even if he did, then good for Canelo. He's the man, right? So, listen. Oh, Dwayne Black mad. I love it. They mad, bro. Dwayne Black mad as fuck. He said there's grown men and they're saying Ego's Army. Yeah, you mad, huh? You mad at Ego's Army? Listen, to the dude that just said that, Jason Davis. If you believe Charlo gets outboxed easy, then he should fight him, outbox him easy, and take his belt. right? That's the easiest solution to resolve this. That's like me saying, hey, I'm psychic. I guarantee you I could pick the lotto numbers for the daily 3 tomorrow. So if you are that confident, then go down to your local liquor store where they sell daily 3 lottery tickets, $20 million, $90 million pot, and then play the numbers. That's that simple. You're not going to be like, oh, I guarantee you I have the winning numbers, but I'm not going to play them. But I promise you these are the winning numbers. You would win the lottery then, right? This shit is funny. Old media they're officially dead, bro. He said I'm the biggest Canelo hater, but you ain't explaining nothing. You ain't pushing for the fight. Akeem Murray, $3 salute. Ego always working, bro. This is sad. If you have the winning lottery ticket numbers, you know it's gonna be, then go play the numbers. That's it. You that confident? Play it. But if you're not confident, you're not gonna risk no high wager. Angel Gonzalez. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. He just got blocked, but he said Canelo's the A side, just like Floyd was, dumbass. But I didn't even say nothing about A side or B side. I never said Charlo's the A side or Andrade's the A side. So what could he possibly? You see why my shooters clapped him? Did anyone in this whole broadcast hear me say that Charlo was the A side or hear me say that Andrade was the A side? Canelo can walk out first or last or, walk out with Mariah Carey. He can do that. I never said nothing about A side. Oh, hey, these shooters is clapping shit. Oh, they crying, bro. This is funny. Oh shit. Hey. This is funny. Bro, we at the next, bro. They don't know what to do. This is driving them crazy, dog. This is funny. Look at them. I'm working. I've been listening to these man fans get slaughtered. Bro, this is hilarious. At the end of the day, what it boils down to is Charlo and Andrade are such threats, and it's fake confidence. Dudes do this all the time, men especially. They'll act like they're hella confident around their boys when it comes to women, but then when they get in front of women and they're not around their boys, then they're nervous and shy and messing up and stuttering, and they don't know how to approach women. But when they talk to their boy, man, I'll get this girl's number, blah, 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 and they're all boastful and stuff because they're around the fellas. But then when they're secluded and then they're on that date with a woman, or when they have to go approach them and you can't, and the men, their friends can't hear what's being said, he's stumbling and stuff. He don't know how to talk to women. That's the man fans. That's the same. It's like a fake. They're trying to exude a fake confidence. Oh, Charlo will get slaughtered. Oh, Andrade, he'll get fucked up. But they don't believe it. It's very easy to see if somebody is confident and it's a real confident, or if they're exuding fake confidence. It's easy for a jeweler to determine if something is a real diamond or if it's cubic zirconian. Ego's Army New Media, we pure diamonds. These other dudes is fugazi. They CZs, cubic zirconian. All you have to do is put that diamond tester on it. A jeweler will tell you if that shit real. We know they don't believe what they're saying. It's a fake confidence that they're exuding. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, Charlo's weak, man. Charlo will get destroyed. He has no chance. All right, put the fight on it. You should, if you are a Canelo fan and Charlo will get destroyed and embarrassed so easy, or Andrade, you should want to see it more than I do, so we can all watch these guys get destroyed and Canelo right off into the sunset holding Charlo's WBC belt, holding Demetrius Andrade WBO belt after, torturing them in the ring and blemishing their record. but they don't want to see it because we know it's a fake confidence. They don't really feel this way. And still, didn't I just say that? So it takes some time. And still, bro, these same fans, these same man fans put up no dispute. There are no altercations. There is no disturbing the peace when Canelo picks weak opposition. You guys realize that. If he's fighting somebody that most people believe he's going to easily beat, old media does not say anything about it. When there is a good, suitable banger of a fight where the person, especially if they're black, presents a real challenge to Canelo or Triple G or whoever we're talking about, then all of a sudden it's a million excuses. So when Canelo picked Rocky Fielding, I never heard someone say Rocky Fielding's not qualified. Rocky Fielding is unknown in America. Rocky Fielding is a bum. Rocky Fielding will get destroyed easily. Rocky Fielding is not a true rival. Rocky Fielding, can't sell out his living room. Rocky Fielding is ugly. They don't say this. So why would you say it about Charlo and Andrade? Fugazi. I told you. Bro, we stripping them down. We stripping them down. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. King Corleone, he said they straight fake, but we going to give them this new media truth. Big facts. Yeah, and they talked about Canelo versus Munguia. The man fans was all up for that. Munguia didn't even beat Dennis Hogan. Won't rematch him. Charlo's going to have to try to beat him because Munguia's not rematching him. And they'll allow Munguia, who he was getting tagged by Patrick Galati. And then before that, he lost to Dennis Hogan, never rematched him, and he would be moving from 54 to 160. They'll support that, no problem. But champions in the new division, 160, they don't deserve Charlo. Andrade, they don't deserve a shot. Like Indiana Jones, them walls is closing in. But the downside is you ain't Indiana Jones. You ain't escaping this. You in short round, y'all not finna escape this. So they're okay with the 25th round of Canelo Triple G, a third fight. But a lot of the Canelo fans said that Golovkin lost. So why you want to see Canelo fight Golovkin again? If you already believe, like me, that he already beat him. And Golovkin looked like shit versus Deryevchenko. So why you want to see that more than you would want to see Charlo Andrade? Bro, I am destroying them. Block Johnny Barrera. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. No Johnny Barrera. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Bro, you not gonna relieve. You cannot stop this bleeding. You gonna be bleeding all over the place before you get to the ER. You're not gonna suppress this bleeding. A Band-Aid won't fix this. Always a deflection. We coming for that. We prepare for that. We know how y'all try to do in the comment section. Charlo, Andrade. Charlo was Andrade. Charlo was Golovkin's mandatory for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Golovkin never fought him. Canelo beat him, which I do think he beat him in the second fight. Canelo inherited that problem. He tried to pawn Charlo off on Triple G. Triple G, he didn't want no parts of it. Abel Sanchez, when he was training him, wanted no parts of Charlo. So the fight was never enforced. So that was Canelo's problem still. The WBC made Canelo a brand new champion to absolve him of fighting his mandatory. They had to get a creative and clever way because Canelo does represent money. So they had to come up with some newfound creative way that was never established of a brand new belt. So Charlo, during his fight week, which I was at, could not have to fight Canelo because they didn't want to. Canelo was already mad at the WBC in the past over the Golovkin shit. So the WBC, Canelo represents so much money in the sport, and he was already pissed off and had this like standoff with them. So they didn't want that again. So they had to get creative, otherwise Canelo would have looked bad like he already did even with the franchise, but he would have looked bad and it would have looked like an actual strip and there would be no justification. Therefore, he would probably get mad at the WBC for following their rules, and they didn't want to go through it. So, as a business, it is what it is. That's one of their highest paying clients, that represents money in the sport. So they didn't want to, burn their bridge with them. So they created a solution, which Canelo still got stripped. That's what that boils down to. Canelo didn't fight Charlo, he got stripped. Canelo had the super WBC belt, the main WBC belt. Now Charlo has it. That means he got stripped of it. I don't give a fuck about no diamond belt and all this shit because that wasn't even created. So if his old belt is now in the hands of Charlo and he never fought Charlo, he got stripped. So that's that. Now people would, oh yeah, fight Tyron Woodley, bro. So out of all the black fighters he could fight, you're down with him to fight a UFC fighter who just lost in the UFC, right? And is not a permanent boxer. Despite all y'all motherfuckers, majority of the same people hated on Mayweather McGregor. This is what they, out of all the black guys he could fight, that's who you want to see him fight. Tyron Woodley. Cause he obliged Tyron Woodley and says it represents good business. But fighting a DAZN fighter with a belt, Andrade, that don't represent good business. That don't represent a challenge. Fighting Charlo, that's not big in Texas. That don't represent a challenge. Man, stop. Y'all finish, y'all done. Nell G, block him. Block him. They try. Oh my God, they try so hard. They try so hard to be right, bro. You gotta come better than that, bro. He said, "Who did Charlo beat from the WBC?" Canelo didn't fight him. What are you talking about? He didn't have to beat anyone because I like when y'all block them and then I can explain it now that they've been blocked. Because they shouldn't even be here. There was some stupid shit. But see, this is the thing. I'm not ducking no questions and questionnaires. I'll explain it to you. Charlo was Golovkin's mandatory. Canelo beat Golovkin, so he inherited his problem. Canelo and the WBC tried to force Triple G to fight Charlo anyway. After that, Triple G wanted no parts of it, so it still fell on the champion. It still was Canelo because they couldn't get Triple G to fight Charlo. So the champion, that was his mandatory. Canelo refused to fight Charlo, so they made up a fake belt for Canelo, so he didn't have to fight his mandatory. So Charlo didn't have to fight anyone. The WBC, since they made this sneaky move to try to protect Canelo, they just elevated him to the champion, so he didn't have to fight anyone. That was a stupid question. DeMarco Miranda. Look at the names, faces, and the profile pics, if they have one, of the people doing the most hating. DeMarco Miranda. At this point in Canelo's career, a championship at 175 will do more Canelo's career than a unification at 160. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Canelo don't even have like dominant wins like that against anybody that is considered definite Hall of Famers. So please stop. Bro, this is funny. They're trying so hard. He says at this point he needs to see. Okay, this is the funny thing is, this is how I know as man fans just doing what man fans do, being cheerleaders and stuff like that. Nobody was even thinking about Canelo. You guys wait for Golden Boy and Canelo to make the decision, and then you support the decision. But before Canelo says these things, it's like you wait for him to say X, Y, and Z, and then you just follow code. Nobody said Canelo should fight at 175. until he said he was fighting at 175. Now all of a sudden, people like DeMarco, who just got clapped, is saying, oh yeah, at this point he shouldn't be doing unifications at 160, he should be fighting at 175. Bro, nobody was talking about Canelo moving to 175. So you waited for Canelo to randomly pick Kovalev and tell the world he was going to 175, and now this is what makes sense in his career. Bro, stop. Like when he could have fought Charlo or Andrade and he fought Rocky Fielding. Oh yeah, he needed to move up to 168. That, you know, he's looking for legacy. Bro, it's always some bullshit, you see? And you know what the funny thing is? The new media message still gets out. Anybody who's watching this stream, I don't care if it's De La Hoya, if it's Canelo, I don't care who it is. Anybody, a fan, you know, a boxing commentator, anybody watching this stream can easily decipher what is making the most sense and who has an actual talking point that is logical and feasible and makes sense versus who doesn't. So the great thing about this new media movement is the thoughts, the logic, the talking points, it's already out. It's like the bad guy on a movie who gets shot and he dies, but before he died, he had the opportunity to arm the bomb. Now the good guys have to still defuse the bomb. Even though the bad guy's dead, right? They still got to defuse the bomb because he was smart enough to press the button to activate the bomb. So just by the message coming out, right? Just by us getting the logic out, Ego's Army and the people in the comment section repping, the message is already out. So all this like feisty kicking and screaming and stuff, you guys can try to do that to distract it, but the message is out. People know what makes more sense and what doesn't. So it's too late. It's too late because the message is already out. The message has already gotten out there. People know what you guys are saying doesn't make sense. King Corleone, what happened? You can't use music. They'll be tripping with that. And the old media think they slick. They know they would not accept what Canelo is doing if a black fighter were to do it. Period. If Deontay Wilder said, I'm not fighting Tyson Fury because all he does is fight boring fights, I'm not fighting him. Not like I'm going to fight him, but he's boring. If Deontay Wilder says, I refuse to fight Tyson Fury because he's boring, which you could make an argument that his style is boring compared to Daniel Dubois, Joshua, Wilder, you know, and more exciting, bigger puncher heavyweights, right? Even Dominic Breazeale, he's in good like action fights because of his style. You think they would defend Wilder? The same people, look at the names, faces, and profile pics. You think those same people that we've blocked that are making all these excuses would sit up here and defend Wilder for virtually ducking Tyson Fury because of his style? They'll be like, oh no, Wilder doesn't have to fight Tyson Fury, you know? Imagine if Tyson Fury had an actual belt too, not like no lineal championship, had a belt and he was doing this. Errol Spence fought Sean Porter. Imagine if Errol Spence said, I ain't Sean Porter, he fight like you an in shape street fighter. You an in shape street fighter. He fight like he playing football. Man down. If Errol Spence said he ain't fighting Sean Porter because he's reckless and a football player, you guys mean to tell me, even though Sean Porter was a WBC champion just, you know, a month ago, you mean to tell me you would accept that from Errol Spence? Or would you criticize him? Would you criticize Errol Spence for saying, I refuse to fight Sean Porter because he fights like a wrestler or football player or whatever? Shout to Icy. Icy's so good, bro. I don't even get time to read it. I just seen that he was hating, and then it just disappeared. So, oh well. Damn. Yeah, man, this will not be accepted. Shooter's too fast. I can't read the first line of the I read the first line and seen he was hating, but Icy had already clipped him, bro. Icy hella quick, bro. Icy too fast. That's hella funny. My mom taught me how to read before I started school, so at age 3 I was capable of clapping. Hey, you tripping, dog? But man, it is hilarious to watch so many man fans come up with excuse after excuse to not see two champions fight. This is unbelievable. But once again, put it in a division where all the champions are black fighters and tell me you would accept the same excuse that you're giving Canelo a pass for. Like, okay, for example, all the champions at 54 are black except for Jaime Munguia. So if J-Rock said, I'm not fighting Tony Harrison, he boring, you know, or I'm not fighting Canelo Charlo, he lost to Tony Harrison. Or if, you know, J-Rock said, I'm not fighting Hurd, he ain't got no defense, I don't like his style. Or Edeslandi Lara, he's a runner. Come on, bro. You would not accept that from none of them. And you know that. But when it comes to Canelo, he's the A side. He could be the A side. He could walk out when he wants. He could get the lion's share of the money, but he can also fight them. They are coming up with all the excuses in the book just to not see the fight. Man, this is a bad look, in my opinion, for DAZN, because this is all on DAZN's watch. This is all on DAZN's watch. And the worst part about it is if Canelo loses, bro, it's about to really be a wrap. It's about to really be a wrap, because all the games is just like Joshua. All the charades and A-side and games, that's going to take a major hit. Canelo, he better, I hope he's training hard and stuff, because if he loses to Kovalev, it's going to be a wrap. All the A-side and the tactic, that makes you human again, you know? That makes you a regular mortal if you lose, just like AJ. You seen all these fans of AJ, and AJ's bigger in America than Wilder, and then as soon as he lost, these motherfuckers disappeared. So good luck to Canelo versus Kovalev. I just hope the fight don't look like no bullshit, like no fix or nothing. In my opinion, Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather, Edeslandi Lara, and Triple G the first time. So that's 3 losses. And I agree with you, bro. That's what I'm saying. They so desperate to try to keep Canelo with 1 loss, bro. That's why Marquez and Chavez Sr. and ESPN Deportes and Elos Golpez and shit have criticisms, you know? They have criticism. Danny Jacobs' fight was close. Trout fight was close. Come on, bro. Shane Mosley was 40 years old. Carlos Baldomir is a rapist, and he 41. Come on, bro. Cotto was 39, 40,000 years old, whatever. Been through wars. And Cotto looked mad small next to Canelo, bro. Canelo is not Mayweather. Canelo is good. His defense is improving and shit. He's not Mayweather, bro. He's not. He'll never be. Daniel Medina. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Daniel Medina. That was stupid as fuck. He said AJ not moving up 2 weight divisions. There is no weight division above heavyweight, you imbecile. What the fuck? Bro, I'm out of here. I'm out. Bro, he said AJ is not moving up 2 weight divisions. Duh, no shit. There is no 2 divisions above heavyweight. What type of shit is that, bro? We gonna move to super duper heavyweight? What the fuck division is above heavyweight? What type of shit is it, bro? I'm out. Let me get to this money. I refuse. I'm about to watch Forensic Files. I refuse. We killing them so bad. This is who you sending. I refuse. The motherfucker say, "Oh yeah, but AJ's not moving up to division." He can't. But keep in mind, you have to. If you're heavyweight, you could be Wilder 212 and have to fight someone 256. That's worse. That's virtually like fighting someone two divisions. Wilder got to fight a 6'9" guy who's gonna blow past 265 the next day and rehydrate. Well, come on, bro. Trick Nolte, $5 super chat. Ego, I am using one of my baby mama's food stamp cards for the super chat. So next time you come to Houston, I'm gonna hook you up with some groceries. Hey, bro, you wildin', but I'll take you up there. I'm about to eat some scrimp. I'm gonna eat some scrimp, bro. For sure. I appreciate you. Anyway, I'm getting out. We destroying old media, They have no rebuttals, bro. They're coming up with 1,000 excuses just to not see Canelo fight a fellow champion. That's sad. Like, and the funny thing is, if DAZN, oh my gosh, if DAZN fixed their lip to try to make Canelo Triple G3, we know Triple G shouldn't even have the belt. So if that's the game plan, that's going to look horrible because Triple G shouldn't even be a champion. You would rather see Canelo fight a guy who has a belt based on a robbery than to fight Andrade, who's a two-time champion. Golovkin fought at 160 his whole career. Andrade and Charlo are two division champions. You would rather see him fight a guy who really shouldn't even be champion because Deryevchenko beat the brakes off of him? Bro, DAZN got to do something. Somebody got to pull the plug. It's going to end. Mark my words, the DAZN curse is coming back. We knew you was a rat, Jason. He said black people and fighters are cowards and smell like shit. We knew you was a rat. It was a matter of time. Yep, that's funny. Ha ha. Anyway, Triple G shouldn't even be a champion right now. So he shouldn't even be in the conversation until he take care of that Deryevchenko situation, which we know he's not next. Because he wants to fight a guy with 5 knockouts, Kamil Sesmeda, So Andrade and Charlo, they all fought at 54. Canelo didn't fight him at 54. They're all at 160. Canelo's not fighting him at 60. You know what this is about. And, the pressure is mounting. The walls are closing in. And my job is done. I don't even have to belabor it or anything else. Good luck.